Murfreesboro and Shelbyville, Tennessee, where a pair of so-called White Lives Matter rallies are going on.
The group known as the League of the South says they feel safe in Murfreesboro. Brad Griffin is their spokesman.
We have a high opinion of law enforcement in Tennessee. We expect things to be peaceful, unlike how they were in Charlottesville, Virginia, and as we've seen in Berkeley, in Portland, and all these other places where the police just stand around.
Fox's Eben Brown reporting. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Check out Smith & Wesson Days at the Firing Line in Westland on October 27th, 28th, and 29th. M&P 2.0 in full size or compact with a sale price of $479. The 9mm Shield on sale for $349. SDVE 9mm on sale for only $299. And both revolvers, the 642 or the 442, are on sale for $379. Then there's the Smith & Wesson Sport II rifle with over $100 in free goods, sale priced at $579. All other Smith & Wesson guns are $25 off regular pricing. Come join the fun. Shoot any Smith & Wesson gun at the range for free on Friday, October 27th or Saturday, October 28th, including ammo. Buy a Smith & Wesson and get a free hat or t-shirt and a 30-day Firing Line pistol pass. For more information, call 734-326-7320 or visit firinglineguns.com.
Families hit by drug addiction already know how difficult this problem is to solve. In many cases, addicts have tried multiple 28-day or 12-step programs that did not work. Narconon Freedom Center believes that addiction is neither inherited nor an incurable disease that requires indefinite treatment or medication for the rest of a person's life. Narconon Freedom Center's drug addiction program consists of unique techniques to assist addicts to overcome drug and alcohol dependencies and the damaging effects to an addict's life. This is done naturally, and there is no substitution drug to handle one drug addiction by inheriting another. Narconon Freedom Center's goal is for each individual to achieve and maintain long-term success. Any family member or loved one of an addict, please do not hesitate to call Narconon Freedom Center at 517-629-6749 and reach out for help. That's 517-629-6749. We are in this battle together, and as a team, we can fix the problem of addiction.
It's finally here, the atmosphere you've been looking for to relax and celebrate with family and friends, and meet new friends too. It's Wines on Main in downtown Chelsea, right next door to the Mule Skinner Boot Shop. Select wine from their hand-picked wine list, showcasing boutique wines made at small family vineyards from all over the world. Enjoy a wine tasting at their welcoming wine bar, then take home a selection of wine and accessories for gifts and upcoming events throughout the season. Shop for artwork from local artisans, paintings, pottery, glassware, paper crafts, and metal art. Get that special woman in your life a wine clutch and handmade bottle stopper, or a wooden bar set and deck of vintage playing cards for that guy you adore. If you can't decide, how about a gift certificate for the perfect choice? Join their Wines on Main wine club to get VIP specials and invites to upcoming events. It's new. It's what you've been looking for. The new wine bar and gift shop, Wines on Main, right next door to the Mule Skinner Boot Shop in beautiful downtown Chelsea. See you soon. Cheers.
You're listening to The Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, back to your host, Gary Wellings.
And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to catch The Drift. And if you want to email me, Gary at thedailydrift.com. Love to get your comments if you're too afraid to call into the show. But you are always welcome. We're easy to get along with here. So let's take care of a little business. Our sponsor this half hour is Max Marina. Pontoon restoration starting at $2,099. Get those old pontoons of yours up to date. With some
safe.
New decks, new carpets, new railings, whatever it is you want to do. 248-486-8300. Don't let your boat sit all winter. Get it worked on so it's ready to go in the spring. They include free pickup, delivery, and storage. Get it done. Pontoon rentals are also available at Max Marine come next spring. You don't want to go out there now. It's a little cold and nasty. But 248-486-8300. That's Max Marina. And their service area is in South Lyon, Michigan. Okay. So, you want to talk about Arlen
Meekhoff.
Meekhoff.
Yeah, he's the majority leader of the Senate, Senate.
Yeah.
And I think anybody who's listening to this station knows what's going on, that basically he got upset with Pat. He's been upset with Pat Colbeck for a while, and he got upset with Pat Colbeck, because Senator Patrick Colbeck, soon to be Governor Patrick Colbeck, hopefully, because he had done some speaking at a Right to Life meeting in his district, and he pulled out some rule that said you violated that and removed Senator Colbeck from all his responsibilities, his control over his staff, funding, budget. I mean, basically, he just slapped him.
Yeah, and that's telling. This is why you should vote for Patrick Colbeck, because you know what? The swamp guys like Meekhoff, these guys like Meekhoff are up there in Lansing, spending your money, doing whatever, listening to the special interests, not doing what's best for the people and taxpayers of the state of Michigan. And when they remove Patrick Colbeck from these committees, it's because they don't want a common-sense conservative who's looking out for you involved. And that's why they took him out. So Patrick Colbeck is the guy. If you want somebody who's going to represent us as taxpayers, us as citizens of the state of Michigan, Patrick Colbeck's your guy. And you need to look him up. You need to talk him up. He is a rocket scientist. He's not your typical politician.
And he's going to have an article on the front page of the next issue coming out this week of the Current. Yes, he's going to have an article discussing this. So there's a march against Meekhoff that's coming out at the state capitol, and it's going to be on November 27th. And people are meeting at the Capitol Gallery at 9:30 in the morning, and they're asking, if you show up, be polite, be kind. This is more of a silent march protest against Meekhoff. But it's to basically show the voters' displeasure. I think this is working to Senator Colbeck's advantage. Do you?
Yeah, I would say
I think
so.
the notoriety is showing him as the underdog. People like the underdog.
Yeah, Pat, like a lot of our Republican politicians, just need to get more marketing into their system. You know, like Bob Young. We're not seeing Bob Young either.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those things. Well, pay attention to that one because it's a winner. Dan, can you put Joe from Wyandotte on?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Here we go, Joe.
Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Joe.
You were out of town, Gary, so I'm sure you hadn't heard. I know you've been trying to get Robert Ritchie on your radio airwaves. Well, he finally did a radio interview, and it was with Howard Stern. And when asked about whether he was running for Senate, he said,
Keep it clean.
yeah, bleep, no, I'm not running for Senate. Are you bleeping kidding me? Like, who bleeping couldn't figure that out? Bleep, no, are you bleeping me?
Yeah, well, you know, I kind of knew he wasn't running when he did his first show of this tour, and he came out with that hokey rap, whatever. I thought, this guy is just tagging us all along, which is a shame because, as I was telling Ed, you know, very few of us, as normal taxpayers, as normal citizens, have the ability to change anything or to affect anything or influence anything. And so when you get a guy who's raised in a conservative family like he is, and despite his bad boy demeanor and showmanship and everything else, I think he's got common sense and is a patriot and is a good businessman. So that's the kind of people we need in Lansing and Washington, D.C.
I think he mocked all of us.
But he mocked it. He did. I really believe that he kind of used it, and I'm very disappointed because, you know what, he could have stood up for all of us if he wanted to, but he didn't. You know,
well,
so I'm glad he's gone, though, because you know what, we already have a really good candidate. But as you're going to tell us, I'm pretty sure, our candidate, Bob Young Jr., who's a great, well-qualified candidate for U.S. Senate, is not got that showmanship out there. He's not working hard enough to get out and let people know who he is. Do you believe that, Joe?
We're glad you could call, Joe, and it was nice talking to you again.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of us knew Kid Rock was pulling a Pat Paulson. And if anybody doesn't know who Pat Paulson,
are you that old?
For anybody who doesn't know who Pat Paulson is, they need to Google him. A great comedian. I've got a Pat Paulson for President bumper sticker around my house here still somewhere. But some people took Kid Rock seriously. Now, hopefully those people will finally get serious behind a candidate like Bob Young. And you're right, we're not. Bob Young is great in the grassroots. He meets with a lot of groups. He meets with a lot of people. But you're right, his online presence stinks. John James' online presence puts Bob Young to shame like Lena Epstein's campaign was doing.
I haven't seen anything about John James online. Really haven't.
I haven't seen much either. But here's the thing, not even so much online. Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 7, here in Detroit area, which is your Wayne County, which is where he needs to be getting it, as you said previously, Joe, 30% of the vote. That's all he needs out of Wayne County for the Republican to win the U.S. Senate seat here in Michigan.
I'll take James or Young, either one, to be honest with you. I mean, that's
I'll
fine
take
by
any
me.
Republican, right? But Bob Young Jr. is a great candidate, and I want to see him. Doggone it, he better do some debates with Debbie. If I don't see a debate for U.S. Senate this time around, I'm going to be really angry.
It may be funding, like you said before, Joe. It may be he doesn't have enough to do the Facebook pace, boosts they ask for all the time.
Now that Kid Rock has told people outright, please stop being delusional, you need to get serious and send Bob Young a little bit of money so he can run a serious campaign against Debbie Stabenow, because we need a solid year and a half, 2 years of running in order to be able to beat Stabenow. She's got $7 million in the bank right now. Young's only been able to raise a couple $100,000. People need to get behind him now. We need the money now. We need to be working now. We can't wait. This is not a traditional election cycle.
Right.
Doing things the way we've always done them will be the way we've always done it and lost.
Yep, that's what Republicans are always good at, losing, because they don't know how to market themselves. All right, Joe, well, great call, man. I appreciate it. We'll see you hopefully next week, and we'll see you maybe at the Meekoff event. Are you going to that?
Oh, when you said goodbye to him, I pressed the button.
Oops. Bye, Joe.
All right.
Bye, Joe. We love you.
All right. Give us, what do we got? Walter on line 3, Dan.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, I hate
That's
these
right.
Casper
I'm
Milquetoast
back.
guests.
That's right. I'm back. You're back, and I'm back.
Hey, Walter. How are you?
Oh man, I tell you, I'm doing pretty good. Meekoff. He sounds like a Russian bear or something, man. Who was that? Meekoff.
Oh yeah.
Meekoff?
Well, he's a guy that needs to be off of Lansing and out the door is what he is.
Yeah.
He's another one of these swamp creatures that's just in it for himself and in it for the special interests, and I've had about enough of that.
Think of Mitch McConnell in the United States Senate. He has that position in the Michigan State Senate. So basically, he's in charge of the state Senate Republicans.
Yeah. What else you got, Walter?
I tell you, I could see that guy in school, man. Meekoff, man. He going off. He's been in the school I went to, mostly black, man. He went off on his name.
Meekoff, you cough, we all
cough. Was that me that coughed? Was that you that coughed? No, it was me that coughed. You know.
So what you got,
man? Hey. By the way, I'll vote for Patrick Colbeck in a heartbeat. Love him, everything about him, man. And I tell you what, you ain't gonna win nothing against any fakocrat, TD Jake, or snakocrat, known as Democrats. You ain't gonna win nothing being too nice and quiet like Young. I remember when you guys interviewed him. I came on there and said something real strong against the Republicans and the fakocrats, snakocrats. It seems like he got a little nervous. Now, that's usually a sign that you got another phony on the way, but I'm not saying he's phony. But I'm going to tell you something. If you got the demeanor of Ben Carson where you sound like you're in a coma when you talk.
Like you, huh?
You ain't going to win nothing against them Democrats being nice.
Right.
That's why you got to call them some names. You got to get down dirty with them devils, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what Republicans need to do. You unfortunately have to bring it down because you can't take the high road and win in this country anymore. That's just the nature of the country.
We need to make you his campaign advisor. We need to get you in there training him how to break out of his shell.
All right.
Well, yeah, man. I have to speak to him, give him advice from my bunker because I know that the people go after me, you know. But anyway, hey, speaking of John McCain, woe unto you when the people on The View and the secular people in the Hollywood, known as Hollywood, start inviting you on their shows like The View. He was on there, I think, this past week.
Yeah.
And they love him to death now.
Yeah.
He's one of them. And by the way, the Bushes is part of them, too.
Right.
And I tell you what, about that thing that John, I never talked to you guys about Bush, his backstabbing ways. You've
done it a million times. Well, we're coming up on a break here, Walter, and so we have to, we're going to take that break. But make sure you call in next week, and we'll be back talking a little bit more about that. Thanks, Walter. Appreciate it. And we'll see you all on the other side.